All right, you finished your first pilgrimage. Let's flip this card over. Ah, it's the 8 of Diamonds. You found your first relic, and it is a video game. Hi everybody, I'm Crep, and I'm playing Signs of the Sojourner, a game that was recommended by Jack DeKeat on Twitter when it was coming out. You might be noticing a theme. A lot of the games that I ended up getting from, or a lot of the games that I've been interested in from the Racial Justice and Equality bundle have been ones that Jack DeKeat recommended on Twitter. And that's primarily because in listening to a lot of Friends at the Table with Jack DeKeat and many others on it, I've come to find a great interest in the kinds of works that inspire them. I'm curious to see how I feel about them as well. This game was developed and published by Echodog Games, an independent studio. Seems to be made up of 3 people, Diala Katan-Wright, Holly Rothrock, and Zach Vinless. There are many other people listed in the credits for this game. I checked it out before playing, but they're all listed as collaborators, people who did extra writing work, extra music work, maybe not extra music work, I think the music work, and QA and the like. Signs of the Sojourner is a deck building game that's built around using your deck to create and continue conversations with other people. So it's a narrative deck building game, and I find that super fascinating. I haven't seen much of it outside of trailers and the like, GIFs, short videos, clips. So we're gonna take a look now and see what it's like. I'm very curious. A childhood spat. The worst fight you and Elias ever had was over a strange locket in Mom's desk. Curiosity got the best of you, but Elias was afraid of getting in trouble. Your mom has collected so much cool stuff in here. How many towns has she visited now? Interesting. I've got 5 cards. They all have the same 2 traits, empathetic and observant. Oh, hi there. Tutorial. Oh, that's interesting. They link together at the edges. I'm curious how this is going to turn out. Empathetic and observant, logical and diplomatic. So if I put a card up here, all of them are the same 2. Yeah, I only had them on empathetic and observant on the left and logical and diplomatic on the right. I think Elias just played a card, right? I think these are their cards, so I mean, I don't really have much in the way of options here. Did just get a new one though. Completing a sequence will earn a white dot. A mismatch will earn a black dot. When all white or black dots have been earned, the conversation will end. Click on speech bubbles to view previous dialogues. Okay. Let's play Carabineers, just like her. You be the driver, I'll be the navigator. Okay. Wait, hang on, you shouldn't look at her desk. She's gonna be mad. Is that a locket? I've never seen your mom wear a locket. Well, I'll put down only empathetic and observant. Ooh, interesting. I have a forced mismatch here. Ah. Hey, you're not listening. We shouldn't be snooping. Okay. Why do you always drag me into stuff like this? Put it back before we get caught. That fight could have only ended how it did. You and Elias talked past each other. Sometimes, Mom said, it's fine not to get along. But that time, she stepped in to mediate. Oh, hi, Mom. You two. What are you doing in here? I'll need to leave soon. The caravan's almost here. Come say goodbye. What are you even fighting about? Looks like we continue conversing. So I wonder if I could have done anything better by not having any logical and empathetic mismatches. Let's just see what happens if I try to play it as direct as possible. Is that a positive exchange? Seems so. It's okay to not always understand each other. One miscommunication doesn't have to end a friendship. Let me help you figure this out. If you get a little lost, think about how he's reacted in the past. How you've been able to connect and get past your differences. Once again, we'll see where this takes us. People may not respond the way you want them to, but that's no reason to throw a fit. If you keep at it, maybe you'll discover different ways to find common ground. So this seems like in-game dialogue as tutorial. Let's put down a double. Ooh. A chord created when you and the other person each play one card, together connecting 4 of the same symbol in a row. A chord will protect your progress when a mismatch is made. Oh no, that's interesting. Okay. So I wouldn't call this intuitive, but it is logically consistent and interesting, as long as things are actually explained, because it's very there's a proper term for this, but it's symbol based rather than language based, so it has to come in with language right after to explain what the symbolism means, which is fine. I don't know, let's see what happens. I won't make the mismatch here. Looks like he won't either. So that's good. Not all disagreements have to be the end of your friendship. Listen to each other. See if you can find common ground. Mom steps in. You'd think back on that fight years later, after Mom passed on, when you and Elias had to rely on each other all the more. Ooh, that's a rather large time jump. Going from childhood to, maybe early adulthood, maybe late adolescence, depending. Farewells. It's your first time back inside Mom's old store since the funeral. All told, she didn't leave much. She was always on the road, and what she brought back sold fast. Elias runs his hand down an empty shelf before clearing his throat. This looks like late adolescence, maybe. You feel it too, don't you? The, weirdness of being in here without your mom. Can't seem to wrap my head around her being gone. My bad. Now I'm the one making things weird. I really want full empathy here. Not just for the mechanic of it. Ooh, accommodate. Duplicates both symbols of the previous card. Okay. Okay, so that just moves the accord 1 card over. Interesting. I am going to do something interesting here and do a mismatch that the accord saves. Yeah, you're right. She wouldn't want us to dwell. I gotta cheer up. After all, she always looked so pleased when she was here. Making people smile, giving them samples of cool new stuff, even if they were broke. I think it might just have been her favorite place. She'd be so happy to see the two of us taking over the store like this. You out there on the open road, and me keeping an eye on things here, which is totally just as exciting. Not that I mind, of course. Being stuck out there in the caravan would drive me crazy. Interesting. So I'm already getting a sense for the game flow. I'm sure we're going to get some mix-ups soon as we're done talking with Elias. I'd like things to keep going positively. What do you have if I put down a logical? Okay. Oh, there's the caravan now, right on schedule. The leader, Nadine, runs a tight ship, but I don't trust her. I like this so far, because I like guessing at what might happen next. I like it when I can be content with the uncertainty of something, of the outcome of something, and just toss my own idea at it and see if it happens to work without too much investment in the outcome being good or bad. I hear she's planning to drop the town from the caravan route. That'd be real bad for Bartow. Hey, while you're out there, maybe you could change her mind. I'd like to do that. Now, I wonder if a chord will work for symbols like this. I imagine it won't. I get the feeling that it needs specifically to end at the right side of a card to work. I'm gonna put down a logical here. Okay. He's being nice. He's meeting me in the middle. No matter what, you're gonna do great. I bet you'll come back with a bunch of cool stuff. You packed everything you need, right? Socks. If the truck breaks down out there and you don't have socks, it's all over. Don't worry about this place. It's in good hands. Take care of yourself out there. Farewells. You'll miss Elias too, and wish you didn't have to leave so soon. You've planned this trip for a while, but it only started to feel real in the last few hours. The store needs 3 new products. Now what does that mean? Oh, we've got an objective here. I need to find 3 items to make the store reopening a success. That goes down to over here. View your calendar, inventory, cards, character profiles, and settings. That's quite a bit. We've got 1 character profile here. Elias, the best friend a person could ask for. It seems he is empathetic and observant, and logical and diplomatic. Huh. I wonder if that's why that seems to be the basis of our entire friendship. Okay, so it doesn't count the intro tutorial conversation, but it did count the one we just had. Interesting, interesting. So this is our deck. This is all we have to work with. Cool. It's just this. We'll get to change it out soon. We'll get new abilities as well. No items, nothing in our calendar. Oh, we have a deadline. The store opens on the 31st. All right, cool. Straightforward. We've got, I suppose, judging by the formatting, 3 10-day weeks. I don't know. Otherwise, 4 weeks and some change to make it happen. Use a card from your experience to gain. Interesting. We could take an accommodation card. I'd like to get the variety. Card from your past to forget. So it seems 10 is our full allowance. What would I like to ditch? I think I'd like to get rid of one of the empathetic to logical cards. Having a heavy supply of the empathetic to empathetic cards seems important. Oh, hi there. I'll reel this in a second. It seems important to me. I'd like to make it more likely that we see logical to empathetic sometimes and not always empathetic to logical in our connection cards we currently have. Home. Bartow. Quiet enough to hear the grasshoppers rub their wings together at dawn and the crickets at dusk. You know the name, nickname, and favorite color of every person in town. It's past time to leave for a spell. We're going on to talk with Nadine, the resolute leader of the caravan. I wonder what would happen if I clicked move on. Not sure. Follow close. Almost a dozen vehicles sputter down Bartow's dirt roads. Their engines once signaled Mom's imminent departure, as well as her return. Nadine, sitting on the running board of her truck cab, gestures for your attention. I trust you have sufficient provisions for the route. Our first stop will be Pachenko. Oh, sorry, Pachenko? Pachenko? I think I'm gonna go with Pachenko. Will be Pachenko, the artist colony. A place for mom's stories. Be alert. Reptiles cross Thunder Lizard Road to their heart's content. You don't want your guts on the windshield. Okay. Let's start off clean with some Accord. Let's keep the string going, maybe? Yeah, great. Just a wholly empathetic conversation. My condolences for your loss. Your mom and I had our differences, but I respected her all the same. Before the caravan heads out, we need to talk. Okay, what about? Oh, I think I just noticed. It looks like the next conversation starts with the last card from the previous one. I think that's what just happened. Let's see if that's consistent. Unless you turn this store around and keep it well stocked, the caravan will have to drop Barto from the route. Well, I'll put down this. And then I'll put down an empathetic to logical. Okay. It seems like we're still not quite into rocky territory conversation-wise. Without the store in good shape, it doesn't make sense for the caravan to stop here. Awful waste of resources. I probably don't have to spell it out that this would be bad for Barto. I know y'all depend on the traffic. It's not my choice, not entirely. I make the final call, but I'm beholden to the caravan members and their needs. Believe it or not, Barto would be dropped already if I didn't owe your mom a favor. I argued on your behalf. Huh. I don't know if duplicating is going to be a good idea here. Probably not going to be a good idea there either. Okay. I wonder if I would be having a longer conversation with her if I allowed for a mismatched conversation to lead to a black result. Because I think that might be what's happening here. So the conversation is now going to end. It's going to skip over those other potential results because I took all of the white ones, I think. And so there's no longer any potential to get a different outcome. So the conversation moves on. It might not sound like it, kid, but I'm in your corner. My hands are tied with this. I want to see you succeed. Nothing about this situation is good, but Nadine probably isn't to blame. You thank her for the info. I got some things again. Ooh, okay. We're stopping at Pachenko soon. See how mom's truck fares. Yeah, so the bits that we took away from conversations got put on this date. Interesting. Cards are items, still the same. Card for Nadine. I suppose it's notable that she's logical before empathetic. I think might be the implication of the order there. But she's still both. I will, actually, no, I will keep this simple. Introduce another logical to empathetic card. Oh, okay, I understand. So these were okay, no, I'm playing the game right. That was a conversation I could have skipped, I think, if I wanted to, and just moved on back then. So this is good. This is good. I like this. I'm glad. We'll go ahead and move on now. I think this is just the game taking me back to the screen to show me everything. Yeah, okay. I can go back to the map and head to Pachenko. Nadine and someone else. Pachenko, a thriving arts community on the high plateau. The caravan's first stop on the route. I'm not sure why I'm saying route tonight. I usually say route. But it just kind of happened. Ah, Tomas. A painter with the disposition of a small, nervous calf. Okay. Well, I think I'll go ahead and talk with Nadine first. We'll keep it in the familiar realm for a little bit. Among artists, Nadine contemplates a cast bronze sculpture of a frill-necked lizard whose head has been replaced with a man's vacant features. She rubs her chin for a while, chewing on some thoughts. You handled those steep hills and inclines well. The caravan's next stop will be Clifton, the market town. Another place for mom's stories. The road we take is prone to landslides. Ride close. If I can't see your truck, I can't protect you. And tell us about the road. That seems important. Oh yeah, I bet our travel to Pachenko would not have gone as well if we hadn't taken in the information from Nadine the first time around. Give me a logical. Oh, no. Alright, well, I have doubts about your abilities. Huh. Nadine, absorbed with the artwork, barely acknowledges your presence. Alright. Oh, looks like it's over. Okay. That's just how the conversation ended. Okay, well, we'll live with that one. Let's go ahead and take no changes to our deck. Yeah, it's over. Alright. Let's meet Tomas. The artist's stall. Tomas sits demurely, surrounded by paintings that depict fruit, trees, and, most prolifically, a calico cat rendered in the finest detail. Each portrait is signed with an illegible flourish, different each time. Let the crowds fade as you inhabit the lacunae inside each piece. I'll be quiet as you converse with the art. I hope you like it. Oh, I need to provide a statement. Love. Oh, I can click and drag too. But wait, have I been clicking and dragging this whole time? Yeah, I just had a brain fart and forgot how I was controlling this game this whole time. Whoa! Clarify. Can be inserted between any valid match or played normally. That's cool. Very conversational. Cool, cool. Okay. So if I'd... If I'd played a logical and diplomatic to empathetic and observant card, Tomas might have stuck in an empathetic to logical card in between to clarify. That's interesting. Maybe, you know, it's just a possibility. Let's continue the accord. Another clarification. Oh, I see. He's not just a tutorial for this. He's this is what he does. That piece is called Self-Portrait number 5. I felt such an affinity with the tree depicted. It's a good tree. How does it make you feel when you stare at the branches? That was not my intention at all. But at least it elicited a reaction from you. I'll probably throw that piece in the trash. Aw. Struggling artist. I'm gonna take a sip of my drink because my throat is getting dry. I hope the sound of my throat hitting my glass picked up on the mic. I think it did. Alright, let's experiment. Let's see what you do here. Are you going to clarify and fix it up, or no? No. No, I messed up. I ruined it already. You hate it, don't you? Perhaps if you looked a bit closer. Okay, we're not out of it yet. I will use my accommodate card here. I don't have the ability to clarify, but the Accord did fix that one. It's not an issue, at least. We're mostly in the good here. Oh, you like that one. Let me grab that for you. Safe and secure on your travels. My first sale this month. I'm having my first art show next month. You could come if you like. Every compliment on Tomas' artwork is a drop in a bottomless bucket. Who knows if you've done anything for his self-esteem, but the painting is nice. And Tomas invited you to his show next month. That's gonna go on our calendar. One of Tomas's paintings, the colors are astounding. Yes, I would absolutely love a clarification card. We'll go ahead and drop one of our normal empathetic to empathetic cards for that. Looks like that's it in Pachenko. We'll move onwards. I'd like to check out Tomas's profile really quick. Yeah, we have one discordant conversation with Nadine, of course. Alright, back to it. Over to Clifton. This canyon town has some incredible views of the long expanse. 2 new characters, as well as another conversation with Nadine. Fatigue. Gain fatigue over time as you travel. Returning home and unpacking your items will remove it. Fatigue cannot match with any symbols. So it's a card that shows up in our deck and is bad. It's a bad one. That's no good. I wonder if it just shows up in our deck or if it shows up in our hands permanently. We'll see. 2 of them. I'll go ahead and let that run through before I can actually read the flavored text here. Every turn down the streets of Clifton seems to reveal another mountain in the distance, another horizon. Nadine doesn't stop for sightseers, though. You watch for pedestrians as the caravan rolls downtown. Ramir, a man from the caravan, he looks familiar, as well as Alexis, an enthusiastic peddler of salty snacks. Okay, looks like we can't talk with Nadine right now. She's helping a caravan member replace a tire. It's probably because of that discordant conversation we had, willing to bet, which is not great. A familiar face. You know his name, Ramir. He grew up in Bartow, traveled with the caravan, turned from neighbor to visitor. He's sitting off the hood of a car the same way he used to sit off his porch way back in the day. First time with the caravan, ain't it? Hope your mom taught you the ropes. It's not easy out here. I remember my first time. Pachenko, Clifton, Comboro. Whirlwind of new experiences. Just keep your cool. The road to Comboro shreds a lot of tires. But don't panic if it all goes to hell. Okay, we don't already have the fatigue card in our hand, so I think it just gets put into our deck, replacing one of our cards, presumably. Or maybe just an addition. Might be an addition to our deck. We'll see. Let's see. Will you be, well, no, we're gonna start with the combat. I really want to guarantee we get some Accord. Okay, so you are interested in empathetic as well. Would you like to meet me here? Okay. Interesting conversation. Mostly logical with a beat of empathy. Remember, everyone you meet on the road is out here for a reason, and most won't tell you what that is. Don't believe every word that comes out of someone's mouth, even if they're nice, especially if they're nice. I always respected your mom. She thrived out here, completely in her element. a shark if I ever knew one. Just because she had friends on the road doesn't mean you do. You don't inherit connections. Interesting. Talk to me. Okay, we're in business. We don't have any logical to logical cards, so. Ooh, observe reveals the other person's hand when played. Oh, that's very interesting. Okay. That's still no guarantee whatsoever. Not a 1. But it does... it does give us an idea of what they could play, which can make it easier to make decisions. It took your mom years to build her network. It'll take you time too. I don't want to see you ruin what she made. You nod along to Ramir's advice. He glances over every so often to make sure you're paying attention, which seems to satisfy him. Told us some important things about the next trip, which is good because Nadine is not here to tell us that. Absolutely. I'm very happy to introduce more and more mechanics to my deck. At some point, I assume I'll be interested in letting one mechanic dominate a little bit more, but I think the game has to start giving me them more to do that. All right, let's talk to Alexis. Desert's Edge. The vendors of Clifton strive to overshadow their competitors with mountainous piles of goods. Among them, one stall stands out from the rest, accented with a colorful umbrella. Accented? Let's say accented. Welcome, welcome. Join me in the shade. Try some spiced pecans? I have many varieties. Dozens. Okay. Give me an empathetic. Ooh, fatigue. Oh, this is not good. I have only losing options here. I have only losing options here unless there's something that she can do. We'll see. Yeah, it's a losing game. Not a fan of that flavor? Try this one. Okay, we got a chord to start out. That's helpful. Let's build on it, keep it simple. Yeah, excellent. Nothing could go wrong there. Oh, my poor fatigue. Many merchants here sell nuts. Yeah, yes, none are worth your time. Well, some are passable, but mine, the best. Of course, you have to market yourself on top of everything else. Top of everyone else. You're not from Clifton, I can tell. Welcome. You'll learn to blend in. You haven't yet, my poor fish. I know, I stick out like a sore something. Again, I have no winning plays here. That's fine. Give me that negative outcome. Your eye wanders. Do I bore you? Ooh, okay. I can accommodate here, and that was the only thing I could do, and it worked out. Going somewhere new. There's nothing better. Adventure, exploration. New varieties of roasted nuts, endless. How lucky you found me. These other merchants, I trust them as far as I can throw them. My friend, I have weak arms. I'm greatly enjoying the writing here. Is this charming? Okay, I have one card that can potentially work here. Thank you for being nice. Look at that. We're going to end our last conversation with a chord. How beautiful. I might have weak arms, but I have the most delicious almonds. Have as many as you desire. Alexis loads you down with enough roasted nuts to feed an elephant. They certainly know how to make a sale. Or several. Ah, my bad. I should have been more considerate of when the game doesn't give me pronouns. Names are not inherently gendered. Alright. Gosh, yeah, I do feel like introducing more variety in my deck is going to be good. It can make situations kind of scary, though, because having the multiple empathetic to empathetic... Oh, nope, I don't want to get rid of my clarify cards. Oh, that was close. Having more empathetic to empathetic cards is just good. but it's nice to have the logical option, because it might come up when I need it. Who knows? Move on. Hey! A simple detour. The bright, unobstructed sun over Clifton powers up the truck quicker than usual. Uninvited, Ramir opens up your passenger side door and hops inside. What a rude man. Got a proposition. Caravan usually gets around to Anka last, but I've got something to take care of there. All right, give you the logical accord you hope for. Okay, no, we're gonna do this. Okay, worked out well enough. There's a whole business with the railroad. Got a lot of folks working to get the train back in operation. Whenever something like that goes on, there's money to be made. I don't mean from the manual labor, no thanks. You're an interesting one. Let me see your deck, your hand, buddy. You've got only cards, well, aside from this one you just drew, you've got only cards that start with empathy, so we'll branch to that. Beautiful. The place the caravan goes next, Bakamboro. It's a nowhere town. Less folks than Bartow. Serious. All the endless junk for sale in Anka would impress the homebodies back in Bardo. Worth your time. I can still see the 3 cards that I could see before, so still mostly starting with empathy. We'll go there. Ah, you see my cards. Woohoo. I'll clarify. Excellent. Clarification seems invaluable. The ability to place cards non-linearly makes for a lot of situations that would otherwise be no wins, having more of a chance for success. Hey, it might even be fun. The road from here goes on forever, feels like. I can tell you all kinds of stories. You don't have to decide right now. Just think about it. 2 Bartowers on the road having an adventure. You'll think about dropping by Anka, and that seems good enough for Amir, for now. Definitely give me another observation card. I think I will get rid of one of my logical to empathetic cards. This is a somewhat arbitrary choice. I like chaos from time to time. I make my own problems, and I deal with them. I could go to Anka. I could go to Bakamboro. I'm gonna go home. It's gonna take us to day 14. Do I wanna go for one more card of fatigue? No fatigue. Yeah, are there any further consequences? I'd really like to go home and unpack my items. I've got 4 more trips. I think I can, at least I hope I can make it work. Oh, interesting, a traveling note. Resting on the roof of your truck one evening, you browsed through some of Mom's old notes. Yeah, I'd like to recall her stories about the road. Oh, that removes the fatigue card. Oh, I don't really want to go home. Oh well. Mom always loved visiting Pachenko and reconnecting with old friends. Thinking of her, you feel some of your fatigue melt away. Okay. Am I still... Yeah, it looks like I'm still heading home. That's fine. My trip is ended. That's okay. Hey! Going in circles. The vehicle rolls to a stop. Ramir hops out and retrieves his rucksack from the truck bed. He drums his knuckle on your window until you roll it down and talk to him. Val, where are you even headed? We're farther away from Anka. Sheesh. I'm gonna find another ride. Ah, dang it, I only had the one chance to capitalize on that. Well, maybe, unless this conversation could end with me convincing him to stick with. We'll see. We'll start with an accommodate. Let me lay reason with you, buddy. We just needed to head back. I needed to head back. Don't sweat it. I know you're new to the road or whatever. Still, don't make promises you can't keep. Okay, looks like he's heading out. Okay, well, we left on decent terms. That's good. You'll make it up to Ramir sometime. When or how, who knows. Favors are useful to have on the road. Okay. I could just go for no change. I think I am going to drop. No, I'll put me at very few connection cards. I don't want to go all in on doubles. There's a lot of importance to have with connections, I think. We'll duck out the other normal logical to logical card. And we'll talk with Elias again. I think that'll be where I stop for this session. Returning home. You find Elias at home, sitting on the floor, surrounded by craft materials. Glue, markers, cardstock, thin polyesterine sheets. He looks exhausted. Hey, look who made it back in one piece. While you were gone, I made something you can stock in the store. Bartow keyrings. People love souvenirs. I thought you'd have more stuff for the store by now. Good thing I've got your back. They'll make good mementos to help travelers remember Bartow. You don't owe me this time. Unless they're really popular. Oh, and you won't believe what else I found while you were gone. Check it out. Your mom's old locket. Give me that accord. Oh. I got fatigue again. That's fine. I will clear it. Soon. Logic with me? Thank you. Thank you, my best friend. My goodest friend in the world. Don't worry, I won't get upset for you. I won't get upset with you for taking it this time. In fact, I think you should. A good luck charm of your own. You might need it out on the road. Anyway, how was the caravan? Did Nadine say anything about Bartow or your mom? You didn't have to break the news to anyone, did you? I bet rumors probably spread fast on the road. Wow, that was a hard sentence for me to say for some reason. Let me see your hand. Will you play a nice card? Yes, you will. Because you're nice. Did you know that? I know this about you. Oh yeah, I also wonder, I think Elias might have Vitiligo. At first, like, because he was the first character I saw, I thought it might have just been stylistic. But seeing other characters, I think he has Vitiligo. Speaking of news, I heard some things while you were gone. Rumor has it the Rilkers are pressuring Nadine into dropping Bartow from the route. They're this crazy rich family with ties all over the place. I guess your mom was involved with them somehow. That's sucky. I love it when rich people throw their weight around to get things to give them more money. Gotta say, Nadine kinda intimidates me, but maybe there's more to her than meets the eye. What? What if I do the same thing you just did? I don't know why I decided to make that sound. I guess you have to be tough to make it out there on the road. Kind of like your mom was. Sounds like they butted heads. I'm still not sure I trust Nadine. Rilkers or no Rilkers, it'd be real bad for lots of good people if the caravan stopped coming here. We gotta keep the store doing well, so there's no excuse for them to drop Barto from the route. Only got one card I can play here. Okay, okay. Good. Nice and simple, straightforward conversation. Whatever. I won't make a fuss when Nadine comes around. Maybe. But she's not some authority on your mom. Elias is bursting with excitement over the store. Hopefully these key rings will be a hit. Everyone has keys, right? It's just a fact of life. Elias found Mom's old locket. Wonder what's inside. Do I want another accommodate card? That does sound kind of nice. That does sound kind of nice. That does sound kind of nice. My first thought is just to get rid of this other observation card. I think I'll just do that. Okay. We're home. Let's unpack our items. Key rings, roasted nuts, and one of Tomas's paintings. Very nice. Whoa, huh? Oh, did that end the month? Whoa, oh, huh. That's interesting. Does that mean that I missed the deadline for the store? By going home early? You and Elias catch up, picking up right where you left off. The grand reopening of Mom's store was a great success, and Elias praised you for stocking an impressive 3 items. Will it be enough for the caravan to stand up to the Rilkers? I have my doubts as a player. Let's see. Raving about its use of color, the solar technician bought the painting. A man wearing a hat and sunglasses bought a Barto keyring, praising the artistry in a deep voice. The solar technician waxed poetic about the sun in Clifton while picking up his groceries. Oh, telling about the road home to Clifton. I wonder if that means I can just go straight to Clifton from here, like I couldn't before or something. Well, those are our 3 things. That's what I brought back. If I just decided to withstand a little more fatigue, I probably could have gone out further. Maybe. I wonder if that's what was up. Well, either way, I'm gonna put this on hold for now. I hope to play more of this game for the channel. I don't do as well keeping up with multi-session LPs, at least not as well as I would like, but this game's really fascinating so far, and I'm really interested to see other types of conversations come up, because we haven't seen anyone who talks in anything other than logical and diplomatic and empathetic and observant cards. We'll see what happens. I'm sure other things will come into play. For now, we'll see more of this game another time.